Guys, welcome to another episode of the Quimby Chronicles Momcast. I'm Shantae.
And I'm Tracy. Hey. And this week, we're chatting about healthy eating and how we are going to implement healthy eating for the entire family. So, the healthy eating debate came about. I guess we've been talking about it for the last couple of months or whatever, where, us as a family, there's probably at least four members of our family that, we just kind of looked and, clothes are getting little. You go to the doctor, the numbers on the scale are going up. They keep telling you, oh, this level is going up, that level is going up. So, for a long time, it's something that we know we needed to do, but now we finally decided to bite the bullet. And we're going to do it. Today is day one. Are you ready?
You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right. Let's do this. So, the first thing with the healthy eating, I'll give you a little background. Probably about, oh, wow. It's probably been about 12, 13 years now. I went to the doctor. I was in my early 30s. I was like 31, 32. I went to the doctor just for a random, a regular physical. And my doctor calls me and it's like, oh my God, like your cholesterol is sky high. I'm like, what? Because I went to the doctor every year, got my blood drawn every year, everything was fine. This particular year, the doctor was like, oh my, I don't even remember what my cholesterol was, but my total cholesterol was high, my bad cholesterol was high, and my good cholesterol was low. So he was like, oh, well, I'm going to start you off on this 80 milligrams of simvastatin. How you go from 0 to 80 in just one visit, but whatever. So I was like, yeah, no. So how about, and I told my doctor, I said, just give me 6 months. Give me 6 months. And if I don't improve in 6 months, then we can talk about this medicine. So the doctor still ordered it for me anyway, but I already told him I'm not going to take it. I'm going to try to fix this with diet. So my mom told me about this book called The Blood Sugar Solution, and it was developed by Dr. Mark Hyman, and I will find the book and I will link it in the description. I'll link it. It'll be on our social media, on our stories, of course. And I'll probably try to figure out how to put it in the profile. Y'all know I'd be struggling. So I'm gonna try. But so the blood sugar solution, basically what happens, you do an assessment of yourself, health wise. You do your weight, you check your blood pressure, you take certain measurements, and then there's a questionnaire. So on this questionnaire, it's asking you things related to how you eat, how you feel before and after you eat, how you feel before and after you eat certain things. But so all those things you get a point for. But what's crazy is that the things that are 3 points apiece, they're all things that you really can't change. They're all, are you of non-white ancestry, which, hello. It was things like, does anybody in your family have diabetes? So already we talking about your ethnicity and we're talking about your family history. You can't change those. So if you're non-white, you already got 3 points. Now, mind you, 8 points is advanced, okay? And I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4 points might be that you have what he calls diabetes. And basically what it is just that you have this central fat. So you got the fat in the belly area. And then all these other symptoms related to, the types of food we're eating, the processed food, stuff like that. So the blood sugar solution is pretty drastic. So we're not doing it letter by letter, of course, because we have kids here in the house and then we have to be mindful of that. But we are cutting out the dairy. We're cutting out the processed foods. We're cutting out the sugars, which the people in this house gonna have a hard time. I mean, not me, but the people in this house gonna have a hard time with not the sugars. Okay, my issue is gonna be bacon. That's gonna be my thing. What thing is it gonna be for you?
Juice and soda because oh my god, it's like I don't have a problem drinking water, but the thing is I want to drink water and juice and soda. That's okay. Soda's not. I don't feel like I need soda, right. But I love drinking juice. Like anything sweet. I'm one of those people who's like, oh, I feel like I need something sweet. Like you guys ever see those memes where it's like, oh, I'm just a girl and she has like 3 different drinks because the 3 different drinks are 3 different things. Because you have the water for hydration, coffee for the caffeine, and then you have like a juice or smoothie or something for something sweet. I'm that person. I'm definitely that person. I have 2 or 3 drinks at a time. I'm going to be crying and throwing up. I'm telling you that because I had to negotiate about. Well, not negotiate. I had to make sure that I was still able.
No, yeah, it was a negotiation. You had it right.
Because there's this hot chocolate mix that we put together in the house that's non-dairy, so it has cocoa powder, coconut milk powder, and sugar. So I was like, whoa. I was like, am I still going to be able to have my hot chocolate? Because between me and my son, we probably drink the majority of it in the house. It's probably us, too, that really... I really drink it more than anybody. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I still going to be able to have my hot chocolate? Because my knees were buckling. I was rolled over in a ball. Like, I was about to start crying. I was like, I can't have hot chocolate.
She was legit sitting on the floor in the kitchen on the mat in front of the stove. I had
the top of my head gripped, like bonnet slipping off. Like I was really going through it.
She was
for like a hot minute or two.
I hate that I didn't get footage. I hate it.
I'm so glad that she did it because I know I looked a mess, but I was dead serious. I was so serious because about that hot chocolate, I do not play. I will have 2-3 cups a day of hot chocolate, like if I could. Well, I mean I can, but you know, I've been busy. But I was so upset when I thought I couldn't have hot chocolate anymore because juice, I may turn up my face, but I'm fine giving it up. But that hot chocolate, no, I can't do it. I can't give that up. Like I would have been crying. I literally would have been crying. But you know, I can have juice. I can have 1 cup of juice and 1 cup of hot chocolate. So,
1 8-ounce cup of juice. 1 8-ounce cup of hot chocolate.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put my disclosure out because I'm pretty sure I have more than 8 ounces of that hot chocolate. But you know, we're still learning.
She does.
Work in progress.
I ain't no pretty sure. She does. She definitely does. She definitely does. So that's the thing. You know, we have to give up most of the things. We're not going to give up everything because I feel like it's very unrealistic to expect everybody to give up all the things. So we're giving up most of the things, and everybody is going to have their one thing that they can't give up. For me, it's going to be the caffeine, honey, and I will limit my coffee intake to 1 cup a day. Now, 1 in the house cup, not 1 Dunkin' Donuts cup. And if I do go to Dunkin' Donuts, then I will get a small, I guess. Now, that's what's going to have me crying and throwing up, okay? But I'll get a small.
Large, right?
I normally do a large. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do a medium, too. But I'll get a small, you know. And I usually just get, like, light sugar. So having no sugar really, it is a shock, but you get used to it after a while. So the sugar won't be an issue. The flour won't be an issue. The biggest thing that's going to be an issue when it comes into the flour or the starches, period, is trying to figure out what to put with what when it comes to meals. Because we're so used to having that starch with a meal. You know, if you got chicken, oh, we got some rice. You got steak, oh, let's get a potato. And we can't. So, we're really using the blood sugar solution as a base, like a starting point to just get back on track eating healthy. Because I will tell y'all, like, no lie, when I first did this, I think it was back in like 2012, 2013. When I first did it, I did only the diet. I did no more activity than I did at the time I was working in the hospital. So my 3 nights a week. But I did no more physical activity than I was doing before I started it. When I tell you I dropped 25 pounds in that 6 weeks and kept them 25 pounds off for, oh my God, probably like 10 years. I kept that weight off. I mean, you know, and then it came back gradually. Again, a little 5 pounds, little 5 pounds, 5 pounds. Well, now I'm 40 pounds heavier than I was back then, but don't tell nobody, okay? So that's what we working with. I mean, my cholesterol is still good. My overall cholesterol is good. My good cholesterol is high. My bad cholesterol is low, so I'm okay there. My issue at this point is my hemoglobin A1C. And for those of you who don't know what a hemoglobin A1C is, it tells you what your average blood sugar has been over the past 90 days. So mine is in the pre-diabetic range. And ain't nobody got time to be diabetic. Because let me tell you something, okay? When I had gestational diabetes, worst patient ever. Okay. I was supposed to be checking my sugar before meals. I mean, when I first woke up, before meals. Okay, so yeah, before meals and before bedtime. I mean, I would take it in the morning. But, because every time I went to that doctor, they was like, you got your blood sugar log? I'd be like, mm-mm. I'm horrible. Because it's the finger sticks. They suck. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, therefore, I got to do something about it. Because I know the importance of managing diabetes. And that's not a fight I want to fight. So, I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to do these things here, okay? For this little bit of time, okay? Okay. So, that's what we're doing. Blood sugar solution and some exercise. So, when y'all see me in the summer and I'm fine, don't say nothing to me because, okay, you was here in ground zero minutes. Sorry. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the blood sugar solution. So I'm going to let Shantae talk about just some of the challenges that we anticipate are going to come with doing this and implementing it for the whole family.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna speak for myself first. This self-control is really going to be put to the test and it's not even about the juice or the soda or anything like that. It's about this bread.
Yeah.
Anything to do with bread, I love it. So bagels, biscuits, toast, like literally anything to do with bread, I want it. I really do.
Right.
I feel like that, and I love the starches as well. Like I could just sit and eat a whole bowl of rice,
right,
or a whole bowl of mashed potatoes. Like I love starches and bread. What are those something?
Well, bread is made from flour, so it's considered a starch. Yeah.
Anything that has to do with flour at all, I want it. I do. So that's self-control is definitely going to be put to the test for me. But in terms of the whole house, I would say the picky eaters, because I know the youngest three, they're picky. Because I know my youngest sister, if something looks a certain way, she will not touch it. She will not touch it. And my son, it doesn't matter how it looks. If he starts chewing on it and feels like he doesn't want it, he's going to chew it up, spit it out, and then give it back to you. Or just drop it on your plate. So he's also picky, but his pickiness isn't consistent.
Right.
Because there'll be one day where he likes chicken nuggets, the next day he's chewing it up and spitting it out, and then trying to give it back to me. And I'm like, you just had one, like last week, and they were delicious. So yummy, and now he's chewing it up and spitting it back to you. So I know that that's just a toddler thing, but you still got to think about things like that, even though you know that it's just their way of thinking. And I know with me, I know my brother, and I think my middle sister, we're funny about textures.
I think it's everybody, because I'm like that, Lyric's like that.
Lyric's like that.
It's all of us, yeah. Lyric's like that.
So all of us, whole house, we are extremely funny about textures. I know.
That's my fault. Not the whole house, just my children.
Oh,
just
and you
and me and my children. That's it.
Oh,
because I don't think anybody else is really funny, not as funny as we are about textures.
Yeah, because me, I'm. Speaking for myself, like I won't. It's not to the point where I'll start gagging, but I know that I can't swallow it because if I go to swallow it, it won't be pretty. So I already know chewing on it. If it's a certain texture, I'm not even gonna try to swallow it. Right. It's just gonna come right back out. Not doing it. Right. And I know my brother. He's funny about textures like squash and zucchini, stuff like that. Me, I would say it's stuff that's like thick that you would still have to chew. So it's stuff like Jello, cheesecake, tofu, stuff like that. Because with squash and zucchini, I'm fine just as long as the rim of the vegetable has a little texture to it, then I'm fine. But if all of it's mushy, then no, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating it. But we're all funny about texture, and I know me and my middle sister, Jasmine, we smell anything that's new. We smell it, whether it's a drink or food, we're smelling it before we put it in our mouth. I don't know why. I really don't. And what's crazy is that we were just talking about this. I think this was when we went to Disney. We were talking about how Well, my mom had brought up how Jasmine is always smelling something. She was like, "Oh, just try it. You're always smelling something." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I grew out of that. I don't do it anymore." My mom, she side-eyed me. She said, "Who told you that?" Not even realizing that still after all these years that I still do it, because last night my mom and my aunt, they were juicing fruits to make like fruit juices and wellness shots and all that stuff. And every single one that they handed to me, I smelled it and I didn't even realize. I smelled it before I drank it, not even realizing that I still do it. I'm sitting here talking, "Oh yeah, I grew out of it. Maybe it's just a phase." No, it's not a phase, Mom. It's not a phase, because at my big age, I'm still doing it. But you know what? Whatever. We digress.
Lyric started doing it too.
Really?
Yeah, Lyric does it now too.
I didn't even realize that. Well, I didn't even realize that I did it myself, so I probably wouldn't have caught on to that. But
right.
I don't know what it is, because it's not like, well, me with the smell, depending on what it smells like, I feel like that sets my mind into thinking like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. But I'll still try it. I'll always still try something new, but in my head, I'm just like, I'm already like having my face turned up, and because if it smells nasty, I'm not gonna have a good time. I'll still try it, because you're always supposed to try new things at least once. But if it smells funny, I'm already turning up my face at it because I don't want it. And I would say another challenge kind of goes with the first one that I was talking about. Self-control would also be consistency, because honestly, like, yeah, I'm heavier than I was before having my 2 kids, but my weight doesn't bother me. This pouch has to go, because because a lot of my clothes, they're, well, I mean a lot of them don't really fit how they should, but that doesn't matter. A lot of my stuff is tight, so like how for a while I only had one pair of jeans that I could fit, but they were high-waisted. So them being high-waisted, you could see like my little stomach pouch in my jeans, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that look at all. Or with or stuff that's not high-waisted, my belly's hanging over, and I'm like,
I don't like that either.
I'm like, oh, and I really don't like that. So me, it's not. I don't care how much I weigh, because I'm still a healthy weight. I'm like almost 30 pounds heavier than what I was before kids. But that doesn't bother me. It's literally just this little.
Ooh, pouch. You said 30 pounds? You 30 pounds heavier than before kids?
Yeah, because I was barely 100 pounds before having Luca. Yeah, because before I had my son, I was literally 98 at my first appointment. I was 98 pounds, my very, very first appointment. My last appointment, I was 136.
She did that.
Oh, yeah, because with Luca, I ate everything that was in sight. Because I remember, I'm like, hey, guys, y'all have some leftovers. If it's in here for longer than 2 days, I'm taking it. And I made a disclaimer, so I was like, don't be mad at me, because if it's sitting here and I'm hungry and it's been in here longer than 2 days, I'm going to take it. I'm telling you now, I'm going to take it, because if it's in there longer than 2 days, you probably weren't coming back for it anyway. So don't come a week later talking about you had some food from 3-4 days ago. No, because I took it. It's gone. I ate
that way, like,
I ate it.
Yeah, about 40 pounds more. Because I think when
you had me?
Oh no, I take it back. It's probably like 50.
When you had me?
It's about 50 pounds, yeah.
Oh,
because
about my 30.
Yeah, because before I got pregnant with you, I probably weighed like 115, 120.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't weigh anything. I was so tiny, and now here I am, tipping the scales at 165.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I know I'm still tiny, but like, I'm not as small as I was then, because I have literally just about 30 pounds than what I had before. Because at my last appointment when I was pregnant with my son, I was literally 136 on the dot, and then I was 125. I was coasting on 125 until I got pregnant with my daughter. Then I went back into the same thing, the 136, and then now I'm like the 130s, fluctuating around there. So my weight, the number does not bother me. I don't care if I gain more. I mean, I don't really want to lose any, but gaining weight doesn't really bother me. It's literally just the stomach. If my stomach is flat again, or somewhat flat, I would be perfectly content with everything, because that's the only thing that bothers me is this belly. Because it got to go.
Nah, for me, Charlotte, it's the belly. It's these. Look at these arms right here.
Don't do that.
It's the arms here. I got the little rolls back here. I got the love handles.
Okay,
Everybody got time for that.
I do have the rolls and like a smidge of love handles, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. It's literally just this belly. Yeah. Because no one wants to be wearing a waist trainer every single place they go.
You gonna get this belly.
I mean, because I tried when we were in Georgia, and you see, I got uncomfortable and took it off in the car. We didn't even make it to the destination. I took it off in the car and sat in the car for just about the whole week that we were there.
Yeah, you going
because it's uncomfortable and it was hot, and I'm fighting with Selena. It was just too much. So I didn't want to be wearing a waist trainer everywhere because I mean I like wearing dresses and I like wearing stuff that's fitted, but I don't want to be wearing a waist trainer all the time because that's annoying. They're uncomfortable, and after a while wearing them, they like sort of dig into your sides or leave marks where they sit and all that stuff. So it's just, for me, it's just way too much. It's only this belly that I need, well not need, but only this belly that bothers me and that I want to go down because I miss, like my stomach, I literally used to be like this. Now it's kind of more like a little, what do they call it, a fupa. I have a little fupa action going on. And I'm going to say what really bugs me, because it's people that are already bigger than me. They're like, oh, that's not that bad, or that's barely anything. You have to remember, I went from literally nothing. So this is a big change for me. I don't care what it looks like to you.
Yeah.
It bothers me. So don't tell me, oh, it's just a little bit. There's barely anything there. I didn't ask you. Because if I don't like it, then I don't like it.
Right.
I'm the one that has to live in this body. So I want to like it. I don't care what you say or what you thought because you were already bigger than me. I didn't ask for your input.
You got that?
You asked me, and I told you, don't try to dismiss what I'm saying or anything like that. Exactly. Just, if you don't want to know, then don't ask. Yeah. Because now I'm going to be sitting there looking at you funny because you're putting in input that I didn't ask for.
Right.
And I didn't ask you all that.
That's very typical, though, because all my life I've never been what people consider big. But for reference, my mom is 4'10" and weighed 90 pounds after she had 3 kids. She still weighed 90 pounds. Like, even now, she don't even weigh that much. I mean, she weighs, I don't know, maybe like 10 pounds less than I do. But still, in my family, I'm big. I'm considered big. Everybody else sees me as small, but I'm considered big. So a lot of people, and I mean, it's not, I think it's, what's the word I'm looking for? The meaning behind it, like they mean well. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not malicious in any way, but
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, they mean well, but you gonna hear that all the time all your life. You're not even big. What you talking about?
You barely have a belly. Mm-hmm. You want to see a belly? That is a belly, but you have to think you're also bigger than me.
Right.
I'm small. Like I have a small frame. Well, I mean, a smaller frame.
No, your frame stays the same. It's just what you put on it.
Ooh. Because I'm still considered like small, like not necessarily the smallest one out there, but like for me, this is small to me.
Right.
So it would really irritate me when there's people that are obviously bigger than me. Right. Oh, that's not even a belly. That's nothing. Da, da, da. Like I don't want to hear that because it's something to me. Because I went from literally being built like a stick, literally, and now I have a pouch. Stuff doesn't fit anymore. Like I was in denial for the longest time because in all reality, I probably stopped being an extra small like over 2 years ago.
You want to know when she admitted it? Ask her when she admitted it. When did you admit it, Shantae? Yeah, a couple months ago.
Probably a couple months ago.
Yep.
But because there's still things that I have that are extra small that fit me. Well, that I would say fit me. But then there's other things that are tiny, and I'm like, okay, these are a little snug, so I would know to like size up in certain things because it's really not everything. Because like, you know, dresses and stuff you can get away with, but stuff like bottoms, tops, I had to get a new bra because I think in Victoria's Secret I'm at like a triple D now, which I don't know what that translates to in like regular sizing, which I believe in like regular sizing, I'm like a 32C, somewhere around there. But in Victoria's Secret, I'm wearing triples, like triple sizes. So you, like me, I went from, because I'd say before I had kids, what size bra was I wearing? Maybe like a D, just like one singular D, a 32D in Victoria's Secret, and maybe in like the B cups, because I know it wasn't A's for sure, but I'm pretty sure I was like a 32B in regular sizing, and then Victoria's Secret is different. I was wearing 32D in Victoria's Secret for a while, and then after I had my son, I breastfed him for like a smidge over a year, but they never really went back down in size. So then I had to get new bras, and then with Selena, they got bigger again. So but it's gonna take me a minute to get new bras because I don't want to, and they're expensive.
I know that's right.
I don't want to. So if I have to wear nursing bras for the rest of my life, I'm perfectly fine with that. Or sports bras, I'm perfectly fine with that because I was never one to like wire bras or push-up bras in the first place because those always felt like suffocating to me. I don't like it. I've never liked push-up bras. Like, you gotta wear an occasional like wire bra depending on the time, if you want to screw stuff up a little bit. But wearing them regularly, that's never been my vibe. So sport bras and nursing bras, that's probably what I'm going to be living in.
No, it's not, because we are going to do better and we are going to lose.
Yeah, because even, I was talking about before, I even had one of them.
I don't like wire.
I never really liked wire bras because they've always been uncomfortable for me, and they like genuinely feel like they're suffocating. Like I don't like that. And then especially because I was fairly active in high school because I did marching band all 4 years and stuff like that. I never liked wire bras. They've always been uncomfortable to me. So I will take a nursing bra or a sports bra over those any day. I don't have any sport bras that fit. My nursing bras barely fit, but we digress.
Right, okay.
We digress because I'm not buying more until I know that I'm done having kids for sure. Because I already had to up my size in nursing bras, and then they still don't fit because the first set I bought, I know they were medium, so I was like, so I'll be okay with a large. No, I probably needed an extra large, but I wasn't buying. No, I wasn't buying anymore. I wasn't doing that. So yeah, that's my little take on it because I'm not buying anymore until I know I'm done. And I keep saying that I'm done, but apparently I'm a liar. So hey, because I thought Luca was gonna be my only one. I really did, but whatever. No one believes me when I say. Okay, I won't say that I won't have any more, but I'd say 3. I wouldn't have any more than 3. I don't think so.
All right, so
your face.
So
you don't believe me, do you?
I know better. I have 4 kids. Remember? I thought I was done at 3 also. However,
you also thought you were done at 1 and 2, like me.
Not that I thought. I said I was, and I did good between 1 and 2. Now 2 and 3.
Yeah, you did. That was almost 5 years.
2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3 caught you slipping. Her 2 and 3 are my 1 and 2. That's no, because my 1 and 2 were further apart than because they're 2 years and a couple months apart.
Mm-hmm. But October, November, December. So 2 years and 2.5 months or something like that. Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But you're 2 and 3.
A year and 4 months. Yep.
Definitely caught you something. Definitely caught you.
They did. All right, so we talked about picky eaters as far as the some of the challenges. One of the challenges that we're gonna have to deal with. Another challenge I think for us is just gonna be storage. Our refrigerator is so doggone little, and I mean it's not little. Don't get me wrong, it's not little, but
it's little for us because there's so many people here.
Because again, I ask these questions all the time. Why would you build a 7-bedroom house and think that you should put the same size fridge that's in a 3-bedroom house in a 7-bedroom house? I mean, granted, we've been here 8 years, and I could have been bought a new one, but don't judge me. That's not the point. Point is, the fridge should have been bigger to start with. So that's gonna definitely be a struggle for us. Storage. I try not to, when I cook, I try not to make leftovers because, again, we got people in here and we only use plant-based milk. So we got people in here who love milk, and by people I mean my son. Okay, and then Shantae just told you how her and Luca do with this hot chocolate.
What it goes down.
So we use a lot of the plant-based milk, but they come in the cartons, and that takes up room. And then you got the eggs, and then you got everything that you need, and then on top of that you got the leftovers. So where in the world are we gonna put these bowls? Where are we gonna put all these vegetables? Honey, because I grocery shopped yesterday, and I mean, I don't even want to show you this fridge. I'm gonna post a picture of it on our story, but this fridge is, yep, and it looks like that pretty much all the time. I've tried to organize it, but it's so hard having it because it's so little, and we can't fit everything in it that we need to fit. Like I made that, like Shantae was saying, we made that juice last night. I don't really got nowhere to put it. Like we had to put it in bottles and rearrange stuff and move stuff out, so it's just a struggle for us. So we need a new fridge. We need a bigger fridge. We definitely need a bigger fridge. We're not even going to talk about the freezers because we have a deep freezer and the freezer that came with the fridge. They both packed. Yeah, okay,
to the brim.
Yeah,
to the brim.
So I don't know what we're gonna do, but we at least need a bigger fridge. We do at least need that. Another thing is I think that's pretty much all the challenges we have. The picky eaters and storage, in the refrigerator. But to overcome that, I think there'll be some really good things that come out of it, like getting the little kids getting them involved. Well, not only the little kids, all the kids, getting them involved with dinner and helping prep and helping, take plates to the table, set out forks. Like the girls, the two younger girls, they love announcing when it's time for dinner because they can tell our Alexa. I don't want to say it because she's going to turn on and be trying to talk to me while I'm trying to talk to y'all. So they love it. And then, right. So they love it because, she talks back and then the little bread shows up and it's like, it's time for dinner. So they love to announce it. So just little things like that. And I think just getting them involved more, getting the big kids involved more. And it'll definitely be, my goal is for it to create bonding times for us as a family because it's so hard where everybody's kind of going in their different directions. And then, the kids are going to school and this person got to be picked up and this person want to go hang out here. And, so the times that we get to spend together as one are very limited as is. And a few years ago, I did implement that we're going to eat dinner together every day. And yeah, it doesn't happen every single day, but it happens most days. But I feel like lately we've kind of gotten away from that. And, people are like, oh, well, I'm just not hungry. And we make dinner at various times. So we had a little small family meeting yesterday. And, my goal is to be finished cooking before 7 o'clock. My goal is really to be finished eating by 7 o'clock, eating dinner by 7 o'clock. But we're going to start small, okay? Finish cooking by 7, all right? So that definitely, and then us doing it together will definitely make it a lot easier than, just one person trying to do it and then you got to make multiple meals. And again, that goes back to not having storage and ain't nobody got time for that. So everybody is going to do it. But of course, for the children, the younger kids, it'll be some modifications. So where I know, like, Lyric doesn't like potatoes. She loves French fries, but she won't eat potatoes any other way. If you put them in stew, she's not going to eat them. You bake a potato, she don't want it. Mashed potatoes, she's not going to eat it. Only way she'll eat potatoes is fries. So those are the kinds of things that, we have to kind of be mindful of. A lot of the vegetables that we'll be trying, definitely have them try it, but there'll be, of course, broccoli on the backup, broccoli and corn, because that's what they eat. And occasionally we can get them to eat some carrots. So we'll definitely just have to have, things that we know for sure that they'll eat and then have them try the new things, one at a time. But Oh, yeah, that's it. It's a lot. But yeah, that's it. So, my cheat thing is going to be my caffeine. That's, hey, okay. But the processed foods for everybody is going to go. The flour for everybody, they're going to go. No flour. And, I know Shantae was saying how hard it was going to be for her to not, get anything with flour or whatever. Once the bread and stuff is gone, that's there now, because I'm not just gonna throw it away, because okay, but once that's gone, I'm not gonna buy anymore. I'm not gonna buy anymore. We're gonna have to find different ways for them to eat their snacks. Like I know Lyric loves cookie butter, so what I'm gonna start doing is trying it with her on apples with that Biscoff cookie butter, and see how she likes that, as a dip or something like that, instead of it being a sandwich,
Also for sandwiches, remember, I don't know what meal it was that we did, but we used lettuce as the bread.
Yeah.
I do like that, like sandwiches with like lettuce buns, I guess you would call them. Mm-hmm. I do like that because I love lettuce.
Yeah,
I do. I will add lettuce to anything that I have, because if we're going to like McDonald's or Chipotle or anything like that, if lettuce is an option to add, I'm going to add it because I love lettuce. I don't know what it is about lettuce.
I feel like lettuce is a waste of my time. I feel like it's a waste of my time and energy. I'm chewing. It has no taste. So I'm just chewing just to chew. Like, I feel like this is what cows feel like.
It might be a texture thing, because I think it adds like that certain crunch. Maybe that's why I like it. I don't really know.
You can mix it with it. I don't care.
I will add lettuce to anything.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a good substitution for me.
Right.
When I do like, my little breakfast sandwiches here and there. So I try not to get eggs too much, because my daughter, woo. But I feel like that'd be a good substitution for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure about anybody. I don't know if anybody else likes lettuce like I do, but I know I could eat a sandwich with lettuce as the buns. Right. I would eat that even before doing this. So, right. I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah, so that's what our focus is going to be. So, stay tuned with us, and we'll be sure to document our journey, honey, the wins, the fails, the struggles, because it's going to be a daily struggle, okay? So, yeah, just tune in with us. Join in if you would like. I know ain't nobody got time for that for real sometimes, but, for us, it's just we're all at the same point, and it's like, you know what? Let's do something about it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a modified version of the blood sugar solution, and then we going to see, honey, because this belly got to go by summer, okay?
Mm-hmm. This belly got to go.
It does. Okay. So thank you again for chatting with us. We so greatly appreciate you tuning in to listen to us run our mouths, okay, week after week. We definitely appreciate you. If there's any tips or any questions or anything that you have, always, please feel free to send us a DM or send us a message on TikTok, send us a email, something. There's millions of ways to get in contact with us. But if you have questions or anything, definitely reach out to us and let us know if you have any tips for us. Maybe like a recipe that fits into our guidelines that you like. Because that's basically what we're going to be doing. A lot of, we're going to start off with the recipes that were provided in the blood sugar solution. But then we're going to move to making our other meals conform. So, getting rid of the starches, using quinoa instead of rice, and stuff like that. Fix your face. Stuff like that. But we have to work on getting it to taste better, because, we got to season and all that. So, but we'll let you know. Yeah, we'll let you know how it goes. Okay, we'll let you know. So we will see you next week. Thank you again for joining in with us. And we're going to give a kudos to Shantae, honey, because she ran her mouth today, right?
I did.
Because normally it's me running my mouth. But today, honey, sis got it in, didn't she?
I did.
So we're going to give her a little... Okay, because she did that. She did that. So we will chat with you again next Monday. Please tune in, and we will see you then, okay? Have a good week.